Hello, my name's John. It's the end of January, and this is my hobby roundup. You're watching Wargames, models, and other hobbies. Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to run through the bits and pieces I've been working on this month. Some of them have been filmed, some of them haven't been filmed. Anything that has been on the channel I'll leave a link in the description, so if you want to watch the video you can do. I'm going to start today by having a quick look at a model I painted. So this is an Orlok model that I worked on this month. I was asked a question about how I paint my Orloks. I'll put some pictures up while I'm going through this one, but I did a little video and I'll leave a link in the description. I do have quite a few more of these to paint and I'm looking forward to sitting down and doing that sometime soon. I have quite a big backlog of items to paint, so if you'd like to see videos of those, please drop a comment. I'd be happy to film the progress of all of those projects. So I have here the provisionally prepared Warhammer commemorative kit that I got before Christmas, and there's a video on me making it, and this month I magnetised it. So I have a video of how I magnetised these two, let's get it in focus, how I magnetised these two Ratling snipers, the one with the sausage and the bottle, and the other with the rifle. I've also got separate bases for them, so I can have them on a separate base, alongside the two Ratlings from Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress. I did come up with the idea of a Warhammer 40,000 version of the Fellowship from Lord of the Rings. I now happen to have 3 Ratlings, hobbits, and thinking about what other characters I could use for the other members of the group. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, please drop it in the comments. If you've got any further ideas on that kind of theme, please let me know. But really enjoy putting magnets in things. I like making a bit more kind of diversity in the way that I can use my models and things like that. This base now, I'm thinking I might get another model that I can magnetise and put on the base, because it is a really nice little scenic base. Could use it as an objective marker or something like that. Another thing that I've worked on this month is some Primaris scale Space Marines. This was a Devastator squad that I worked on, which I made a video for. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, it is going to be a matter of time before the Firstborn scale Space Marines disappears from Warhammer 40,000, but they'll always be around with Horus Heresy and also in people's collections. But I do like the idea of having some upscaled classic squads like the Devastators, tactical squads, that kind of thing. I also like the Devastator squad because you can make quite a few squads out of it. So although I've made this one squad using some Primaris Marines, I still have enough in the box set to make at least 2 more Devastator squads if I add another 5 troops. But really happy with the way that these turned out. As well as these, with the other 5 models from the Intercessor squad, I added a few bits and pieces I had to create a Stern Guard veteran squad. So here I have a heavy bolter from the Devastator box set, and as with all of them, if you watch the video, there is a little gap that appears between the weapon and the backpack. I've filled that with green stuff, and I've done that on the other models as well. The other models in this squad are standard Intercessor, but I've added the combi weapons that you get with the Stern Guard box set, which I had spare, so created a nice little squad for one of my Space Marine chapters. I hope to paint these soon, and likewise, if you want to see some of those videos or a bit of lore and background on my Space Marine chapters, please drop a comment. So something that I really enjoyed working on this month as well as last month is my Tyranid Old One Eye conversion, based on the Screamer Killer model that you get with Leviathan, however you want to say it. I added a few parts from a previous projects that I got, but really liked how this turned out. I'll leave a link in the description to the real-time videos that I did of this conversion. But I think I've got a few more ideas to do to this before I get to painting. But if you'd like to watch me paint this, please, likewise, drop it in the comments, as I've said with other videos. I'm really happy to make other things. Now, the spare arms that came from this original model, I added them to my Tyranid Tervagon, just to give it a more kind of spider-like look. I like the way that these slashing claws look as legs. This model has a minor conversion on the mouth, where I've created much more of a bigger maw to eat biomass to create termagants and that kind of thing. And this was from I think it was the Trigon kit this mouth came from, and then the tongue was from another kit as well. But yeah, I really like the way that this one turned out. I'm not a massive fan of the original legs that come with this kit. I'm not sure what it is about them, but I'm not that mad on them. But I do like the way that these change the kind of the dynamic of the model and make it a little bit more spider-like. But really happy with the way that turned out this month, just with those spare parts. And one of the biggest things I started this month was another army. Whether it's going to be an army, I don't know. But I started a Gene Stealer Orc hybrid collection of models. Here is one of them. I'll leave links in the description to the videos of these ones, but this hybrid has a bone saw and the Gene Stealer arms. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description for that one. And then I worked on the patriarch of this cult as well, inspired by this image. I'll put it up on the screen. But I like the idea of Gene Stealer cults from different races, different species, that kind of thing. So that's why I'm going for a bit more of an orcified one. Now, this project I started years and years ago, but it never went anywhere, and I managed to find one of the early models that I worked on. This is an old orc when they were metal, and this Gene Stealer cult, I call them Spore Boys, and it would produce spore mines out of a big cyst on its back, and as you can see with this model, it's starting to produce a spore as it comes out of the mouth there. But this was a project that didn't really go anywhere years ago, and I will look at trying to revive some of these for this project, but really happy with the way that these models have turned out. And likewise, I'm going to do a video on painting these at some time soon. I've got lots of videos planned over the coming weeks. So that's it for another month's hobby roundup. I just want to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers over the past few weeks. It's really appreciated that you want to join me on my journey through the hobby. If you've got any questions about me, myself, and what got me into the hobby, please drop a comment. I'm really happy to answer any questions people have. I like to make content that people are looking for. And apart from that, all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.